Anthony Hartwig with you. We're joined by a Crestview Junior, Crestview girls basketball player profile. It's Ava Bucey. Ava, thank you so much for coming on talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so your Instagram post for this year was Third Time's a Charm. And I
Mhm.
think that's an awesome depiction of kind of what you've been going through for your basketball career, just trying to get through adversity and trying to get through a season where you're able to just be healthy for you know what's that been like going through this career and just trying to grind through adversity and keep coming back to it? I want to talk about that. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, it's been a big part of my life. It's taught me a lot of life lessons. So when I was in seventh grade, I tore my ACL and my meniscus. So being that young, it was something I had to work hard to get through. I knew I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to return back. So a lot of therapy, intensive therapy, and you know all the mental things that came with that was a huge factor. So just being able to get through that, and then my sophomore year, I was held back by another injury. I retore my meniscus. So it's been a big part of my life, having to get through all those factors, and not a lot of people have done it, will do it. So I think that kind of shows how important it is to me and how much I love this team. I would do anything to play with them, and nothing's going to hold me back from doing that.
I like that you said it. You've gone through more adversity than most people go through in a career, and a lot of people would be like deuces at some
Yeah.
point because even
Yeah.
you've had those two tears, but even in between then you've had little things sprinkled in
Yeah.
all throughout your career. What keeps you coming back? I mean, what keeps you motivated, fired up, and wanting to keep pushing, like you said, for your team?
Honestly, I would be lying if I would say that I've never had anything blocking my view. There's a lot of mental things that I've undergone, and I wasn't sure if I would come back, or, I wasn't sure if I would be able to come back and play, and have a big role in this really great team. So, just the girls, honestly, I love the girls. It's so much fun. The environment is fun. And also, our team is just great. Right now, this is something that I won't ever be able to like have ever again. So, just having that, and then just also being supported. I have the most supportive family and friends, and even team, and our coaches are amazing. So, there's just so much to want to look forward to when I'm put in those situations.
Now, I assume when you're going through all that, your parents are right by your side trying to get you through it. What was it like? What do you think it was like for them to for you to keep saying, "I'm gonna keep coming back. I'm gonna play basketball again"? Were they ever like in the most loving way possible, Ava? Maybe this might not be the best idea. You've torn your meniscus a couple of times, or were they always like gung ho? Okay, you're coming back. Let's go.
So, my mom being a PT, she definitely have had sometimes, but that have been like, you do what you want, but I think that, I don't want you to, keep getting hurt. It's just honestly like it affected me really a lot mentally, but it also, fell on her at times because she had to deal with having my physical therapy because she was so gracious to do that for me all these years. But it really has a mental toll on her too when she's seeing me that way, because when I'm put in those situations, it's not like I'm all smiles like I usually am. So it really had an effect on her too. But they're just always so supportive. My family is the best. Throughout everything I've went through, they've just been like, you do what you want to do, and we'll stand by your side no matter what. Um, I no longer want to play college ball, which is something that I really, really wanted to a couple years ago. But being through all that I've went through, I have other goals, and they stand by my side for every decision I've made. And along with that, my brother is my best friend, and he's, been like one of my biggest supporters ever. He talks to me and talks me through anything. So just having them is the best support system I could have.
Everyone knows kind of the physical grind you have to go through to get back from that kind of stuff. But you mentioned it, the mental side of it too. Trying to trust your body again to not go out there and get hurt. What was that like? Trying to trust your knees and trust your legs to be able to go out there and do everything that you're supposed to do to help your team.
Yeah, totally. I feel like a lot of people don't really understand and think that the physical aspect is the hardest part. But, I am such a hard worker that I'm in the gym no matter what. So honestly, it isn't hard for me or wasn't hard for me because I was already in the gym and doing workouts and I would kill to be in the gym. So just being able to do whatever I could in the physical aspect was amazing for me. But yeah, coming back is so hard. Being able to trust yourself, and also, recently this year it was hard for me to allow myself to think that my teammates trusted me after, being out for so much. So, the mental aspect is really hard. You don't have any confidence. You're struggling with that. And then, it's just super hard. It's hard to explain,
Mhm.
but yeah, the mental aspect definitely affected me the most.
Let's talk about this team this year, how special it's been. Last year was special, but you had that early exit in the tournament. I know that made you guys so hungry to come back and do even more special things this year. You beefed up the schedule a little bit, you got a little bit more used to high level basketball. What has it been like going through this year, having some adversity as a team, having some of those bumps along the road, getting through that? Now here you are at another tournament time, hungry to get back to a district championship and break through this time.
Yeah, last year I know I wasn't on the court, but on the bench it was really hard for me to see that, loss. It really puts a lot on me and the seniors this year to go far and to do as well as we can, because we know we have so much more to show than what we have these past years. Also, the senior group, I'm just going to single them out right now, is the best. And it's not going to be the same without them. So I think that is another thing that makes us really hungry, is we just want to make the best we can of this year and play as many games as we possibly can with them. Also, along with that, yeah, it was really hard seeing the loss last year. And, we just are hungry to do as much as we can this year. So.
You guys have one more home game. The way these tournament is set up now, district semifinals are not in a neutral spot anymore until district championships. So what's it? I mean, you haven't lost at home in a long time. What's it like to have one more game in that Rebel Dome this year, and to be able to send your seniors off, hopefully with a win to get you guys into a district championship?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a senior, but I can imagine that the seniors feel pretty great about, having one last home game
Mhm.
um, at our place. So it is really cool. I think that that's a cool new role that we get to play district semis, especially, I hope our stands are bleeding black and gold for us. It's so much easier for everyone to get out and watch us for that game. So I think it's super cool.
Even though you're not a senior, you're one of the leaders of this team. You have to be someone that people look up to after everything that you've gone through, and they've seen the strength that you have. What's it like to kind of lead this group and to be able to watch some of even the younger players on this team step up into really big roles this year and really contribute to the team's success?
Yeah, so I've been part of the varsity basketball team since I was a freshman. So seeing these other girls start to fill spots that I once used to fill, is awesome. It age doesn't matter, especially on a team like this. You Whoever has, the most potential and uses that and can bring something to the table, and contribute, is amazing. So but the other thing about that, being part of a team since freshman year, I just have so much love for this team, and I would do anything for any of these girls. So, and I think they know that. And being a captain, you would think it feels like a job, but with this team, it really isn't. I just love being in the gym and being with these girls, whether that's on or off the court. So yeah, it's awesome to be a leader of this team.
This junior class that you're a part of is pretty dang talented. When you look around,
Yeah.
big names that a lot of people know. What's it been like to kind of go through it with them, and be in your third year of high school with that class, and to be able to try to go on this journey with these other juniors that you're on your team?
Yeah, it's super cool, and our school is pretty small, so it's like everyone, and I'm close with some of the volleyball girls, and I talk to all the boys, and yeah, it's super cool. I mean, I feel like our our grade's pretty athletic, and just even academically, so yeah, it's really cool. I like to see everyone else succeed.
I like that you brought up volleyball, because I think if you combine volleyball and basketball home games, I think it's over 100 games in a row that you both have won on that floor. What's it like to have a sport right behind you guys, as this volleyball team doing exactly what you're doing, dominating in this area, setting the tone for the athletics program?
Yeah, it's super cool. If you ask any of our boys, they're like, "Oh my gosh, our girl sports are so good," and it's awesome. I love to hear that. The girls are amazing, and we both support each other. Both programs support each other, so that's really really cool. But yeah, it's super super cool to go out and watch them and see them compete and watch them succeed as well. They're just amazing, and they're not only are they amazing on the court, they're amazing off the court, and they're so approachable and fun to talk to, and yeah.
I asked your coach this in his coach's corner as a fun question, and I have to ask you it too because I'm sure there were thoughts in your mind when you see Abby Emsh play volleyball. Man, we got to get her on the basketball team.
Oh my gosh.
Like, did you ever have that conversation with her in your 3 years, maybe when she was a sophomore, when you were a freshman? Like, hey, you know what? Might be really cool.
I
Might
feel
be
like
really cool.
yeah. I feel like she played when she was really, really young, and she just, sided with volleyball, which I mean, a lot of people do nowadays. Like you're younger and you just find your sport and you just stick with it. So, I mean, I feel like it definitely was a question that we asked, but we kind of knew the answer.
Right.
Along with Grace, I feel like we definitely, were like, senior year, you want to play with us? So, but they're amazing, and they were focusing on probably well, obviously the right thing.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I think every MVAC team is happy that that didn't happen
Yeah,
in basketball because it would have
sure.
been it would have been a monster to have to deal
Yeah.
with Abby Emsh, Addison Rhodes, Lorraine Gaskins, yourself, the whole crew. Um, let's talk about some things off the court this year. Junior year, it's when you hit the books the hardest. I think you're trying to set yourself up for a senior season that is not as stressful in the classroom. What's it been like in the school system this year as a junior?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think that this year has been the hardest. Right now, I'm prepping for the ACT and just like end of year tests and stuff. So, this is probably the most stressful time for me, anyways. But you know, just having some escape. I feel like I would be so overwhelmed if I didn't have something to do after practice and something to look forward to. So it's been a really fun year, and it's going to continue to be fun with this group. And yeah, I feel like also with the help of like our staff and the school and stuff, they've made it easier, and it's just, yeah, I feel like it's a fun year. No matter how hard the schoolwork is, we have people to support us and help us.
Is it easier or harder for you to get through a school day when you know it's game day? Is it easier to focus, or is it harder to like keep your mind on school when you know it's game day?
I feel like I'm looking forward to something, so I feel like the day goes by pretty fast. But with tomorrow, I feel like I might be a little like shaky during school, maybe, because it's tournament time, and I love these girls so much, and you never want it to end. So yeah.
We never wanted to end either, Ava. One of the things I like to ask players is how they like to celebrate post game. You guys have had a lot of wins in your career. What's your favorite celebration, whether it be a dinner or a way you guys celebrate the wins that you have?
Honestly, I like when we're all in the locker room and we just kind of are talking and chatting and laughing. I just think, little moments like that are just, I feel like a lot of people think about the big moments, but I love the little moments like that where it's just, you laugh until you cry for a second. It's just these girls, we have so many moments like that. So that's definitely like my favorite thing.
What teammate do you think this year has gotten you guys a lot closer? What teammate have you grown really close with this season?
I think freshman Lainey at Milhone, she's really, you would think as a freshman you'd be intimidated, but no, she's made connections with everyone on the team, and we just all love her.
All right, Ava. One of the things I want to do to end this player profile, we end them the same way every time. Want to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself a little bit, shine on the people in your life that support you, that are there for you, that get you to where you're going. I want to give you the time to just give out some thank yous and some shout outs to the people in your life that you think really deserve it.
Yeah. So first, I just want to thank my parents and my grandparents, just my whole support system, along with my brother away at college. They just all support me no matter where they are. And my parents and my grandparents come to every game and support me. I also want to thank like my teammates and my coaching staff. They're just the best, and they not only care about us as, players, but also as people. So I just want to thank them for that. And I also want to thank like the YSN community and all of you guys. So thank you.
And we love the program, Ava. We love talking to you. Congratulations on everything you've already gotten done. We wish you the best of luck in tournament time. We hope that it goes as far as you guys possibly can take it. We'll be along for the ride, and we hope to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much.